DCM works. Way up high or down low, I'll go wherever you will go.
Be advised. This podcast features grown-ups using grown-up words.
Welcome to Not Another Smallville. Sorry, would you like me to start again?
No, you just steamroll through it. Just go for it. Just punch through it.
My name's Steph and I've never seen the show before.
My name is David and I've seen it twice.
And this is Season 1, episode 16.
Got it. That was good.
Hey.
That's not how we start them, but you know what? That'll do.
You know, they get it.
They get it. They're on board. They've come this far. They understand how it works. It's a thing. At the start of every episode, we do it the same.
Boys and girls, your attention, please. Presenting a new exciting radio program featuring the thrilling adventures of an amazing and incredible personality.
Same. Good.
Guess what? We've got 5 more episodes to go.
I'm so excited. Not for the show to be over, but for this season to be done.
But like for the season to be done.
For them to get a budget and start writing stories instead of this.
Yeah.
Look, I'll be honest. So we've spent the entirety of this episode not sitting still.
I've been spinning around in my chair.
You know what? You look like I wasn't gonna be like Steph, sit still because it wasn't bothering me, but it's like a thing where like you were clearly enjoying yourself, so I wasn't gonna be like Steph, stop spinning because it made the episode tolerable. So I was like, you know what? That's fine.
I just felt like I needed to move. It was.
You know what? I get it. It's fine. Blood flow. You gotta just like keep it. You know, it's fine. This is a hard one, this episode, but what happened?
Oh god.
What was the story?
Okay, so this kid can read minds. I forget his name already.
Ryan.
Wow.
I wrote it down. It's the first word I wrote down. See? Top?
Nice. Ryan.
Ryan
Okay,
is
so
Clark. Yeah.
Ryan
that's the
is
first thing I wrote
Clark.
down. We'll
Yeah.
get to that. We'll
We'll
get to that
later.
Yeah.
So Ryan is this kid. He can read minds.
He certainly can.
Real nice, sincere kid. I liked him.
Sure. Good kid.
He's good.
Good actor. Good kid actor.
Yeah.
Didn't want to punch his face in, so he passes the kid actor test.
Basically, yeah, he's being like used by these adults who we later find out are his stepfather, who I'm assuming was married to his mother, who is now dead. Probably killed her. Who knows?
Well, he's with his new wife now.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like.
Oh, sorry.
Being used by the stepfather, but like obviously the stepmother's along for the ride.
Yeah.
And yeah, they're using his
sweet crime
ability to read minds to like break into safes and
Banks and trust
stuff.
funds and all the good bizzo.
So yeah, anyway, they do that with some guy who owns a pawn shop. Like
They do. For
Yeah.
some reason, that's a very lucrative target.
apparently, just want to break into his safe.
I don't know about that.
And
It's
anyway,
a-
the guy
yeah.
just like shoots the guy flat in the face.
With
The
a-
stepdad just
With a sawn-off shotgun, just murders him.
And the kid's just like, oh, this is my opportunity to run away. So he runs. And then,
He does.
lo and behold, he gets hit by a car. Guess who's in the car?
Clark.
None other than Mama Ken.
I guess wrong.
Essentially Clark.
Yeah. I was trying to spice things up, but you're right.
It is Clark. Clark
No.
hit him with the car.
Clark hit him with a fist.
Clark was running and he hit him.
He's a dead
if
kid.
Clark super sped into someone.
Dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so...
Off topic anyway.
Well, you know what? We'll come back to it later.
Okay.
Yeah.
Come back to what?
The super speed killing
Oh,
people
yep,
thing.
yep, yep,
It's been
yep,
done
yep,
before in the
yep, yep.
comics, yeah. Hit by Mark Kent.
Yeah, hit by Mark Kent.
Not paralyzed, totally
in
fine.
hospital, they're like, oh, he has amnesia, can't remember anything.
He's also got bruises.
He's got bruises everywhere, but
beaten
probably
up,
not from the car.
Hit by parent.
Probably, yeah, been abused. And so the clock's like, oh, what a good idea for him to come home with us. It'd be good for him. And they're like, oh, we see no problem with this.
And
Nothing in state law that would say that that's not appropriate.
Even like hospital regulation, I mean, they would have to keep him for a certain amount of time, presumably.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
That sound is what we were thinking when it was happening as well.
He got hit by a car and literally like 2 hours later he's fine.
But he was fine immediately afterwards
yeah,
as well.
like he didn't... Like,
he got hit and he rolled and he fell off the
He
side.
could read minds. But like this...
But that's not... He's not invincible,
That's
Steph.
what I mean. But that's why I thought he might have been Clark from the past.
We'll get to your...
Anyway.
We'll get to your picture of better episode later. But,
Yeah,
But so he goes home with the Kents.
Yeah, he goes home with the Kents.
Mama and Papa Kent.
And he's like reading their minds, like makes some pancakes for breakfast and knows exactly what they want on them. And then he's like, what do you want for breakfast, Clark? And he's like,
Ooh,
oh shit,
black.
can't read your mind. And then Clark's like, I don't know. And then we don't know if Clark actually needs to eat.
Still, does he need to eat? Does he have a butthole? Who's to say?
Who's to say? But anyway, yeah, so this kid's like, wow, Clark. And then they play basketball and they're automatically like
They're like
brothers.
brother and brother.
I was about to say brother and sister.
Yeah,
but
I
they're
saw
not.
I saw your brain go brother and sister. I tried to save you, but you kind of, you dug your own ditch there.
Brother,
What?
my brother.
Is that Blessed Union of Souls? from the first Pokemon
Yes,
movie?
it is.
Holy shit. That's
So
when
what
Ash is
we
stoned.
fighting for? Yeah.
And then all the Pokemon cry and then they make
So
him not
much
stoned.
more. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that movie's a hot mess.
I'm seeing it on Sunday.
What? Is it in the
Yeah,
theaters?
Going to some. No, yeah, sort of.
What?
Something.
Oh, sure.
Anyway.
Okay.
Same time.
Boys are brothers.
Yep.
That's where we're at.
And like he just basically keeps like reading people's minds and
He does.
discovering their secrets and
Getting all
like.
up in Lana's brain and Lex's brain and everyone's brains.
And Lana has a secret apparently that pertains to Clark.
She's in love with him, which
Yeah.
we know from the previous
And like,
episode.
oh, Chloe bought a prom dress that's pink and wants Clark to ask her to prom.
She certainly did. Even though that's something Chloe wouldn't do, but we'll get to
And
that.
also, at the same time, Lex Luthor's dad, Lionel, comes back from Metropolis. Like, hey, Lex, I want you in Metropolis. You're doing really well.
Yep.
And then,
Yep.
so, yeah, he's got this dinner to go meet in Metropolis to like discuss his return.
Yep, the ultimatum. Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
Incorrect business terms were used as
Child
well.
Protection Services, in quotation marks, comes to pick up Ryan after a couple of days, staying with the Clarks, and
Are you calling the Kents the Clarks? I've just noticed. Is that the Clarks?
Clark.
Clark, Mama Clark, Papa Clark,
I
and
told
Clark
you,
Clark.
Clark is a dumb name to name a child. It is not a first name. It is a last name.
That's so spicy.
Have you
The
ever met
Clarks.
someone?
The Clarks. I did have a teacher. We had a teacher called Mr. Clark. I
Yeah, we
remember
did.
that.
He was like a grade 5
Yeah.
teacher.
But just, I mean, the Clarks. Hi, I'm Clark. The Clarks. Oh, that's so spicy. All right, sorry, I interrupted. I just thought I had to point out that you were calling the Kents the Clarks.
Have I been doing that like just
whole
this episode or the whole
Since
season?
we started. No, just this
Oh,
episode.
Okay, good.
Oh, I just noticed that. How did I not notice?
Holy shit.
Oh boy.
Anyway.
That's real spicy. Yeah.
Whew. 7 minutes in and this is already a train wreck.
Yeah. Okay, so the child services come. It's not the child
It's
services.
actually the stepmom.
Who's
She's like Ryan answers the door. I don't know why he couldn't just read the mind of the person at the door, because apparently he just hears voices.
Well, he has like the surface voices.
Yeah. Also, he knows Clark's secret because he read Mama Kent's mind.
And
I should
found
add
the-
this.
found
Found
the
the spaceship because he asked Mama Kent what her biggest fear was, and he has to ask questions, I think, to read the surface of what's on their mind.
It's got to be like the exact thing they're thinking. It seems.
Yeah.
Which doesn't make a lot of sense. Because that's not really how
It
thinking...
does make sense though, because
That's not really how thinking works, though. Like, you don't think the words, you just kind of intuit, like, what you mean. Like, you think thematically, you don't think
But
verbally.
that's not to say that he thinks, like, that he reads sentences. He could read abstract thought.
You're right, yeah, okay.
But, like, that
No,
being
yeah,
said,
yeah,
it's
that's
like,
fine.
unless I say, David, what is your PIN number? You weren't thinking about your PIN number before that.
No. It's kind of like that thing of, like, don't think about pink elephants, and the first thing you think of is pink elephants. That's what that kid's doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, great.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
Finds spaceship and is like, no, Clark, it's fine. Like, I'm different too.
Do you think that's...
And then he starts crying because his mum's dead.
Oh, yeah, we get a really real scene there where it's just not even from Smallville. It's just a scene about a kid whose parents are dead.
This kid's too good for this show.
Like, just a great kid actor, and Clark does a bit of acting, and it's just like a whole thing, and it just doesn't fit in the episode.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, it was like, this is really real.
Anyway, yeah, the stepmom comes, evil stepmom.
Like, evil stepmom.
Pretends to be a child protection agency person, but Ryan answers the door before, like, the Clarks, the Kents.
Boy, wow. You know what? I wouldn't have noticed until you corrected yourself. I was in the story. I was like, I was
my
visualizing
Clarks.
the scenes like I was with you.
Oh,
and then
this is we're not doing well.
Woo!
I'm not doing well. You're doing fine.
I'm fine. You were struggling.
Before the Kents get to the door, and so she's like, if you say anything, I'll kill them all. And he's like, oh shit, okay. And then
should he be worried about that if he's got Clark there?
Clark wasn't there though.
Should be worried about Clark
Clark
there.
wasn't there.
Should be worried about Clark there. I'm not saying words. They're just sounds. Continue.
Anyway. Yeah. So takes kid, but Clark wasn't there.
Clark
Didn't
wasn't
say
there.
goodbye.
Correct.
And Clark comes out and it's like, hey Dad, we're Ryan. And then he's like, oh.
Great Clark voice. Hey Dad, we're Ryan. It's good. Sound like Tom Welling.
Oh.
This is just.
They just took him 15 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Why didn't I say goodbye?
What? What? This episode's very spicy. Okay, yeah. All right, yeah. No, just power through. Just power through.
Conveniently, this limo turns up and Lex is in it.
It's Lex Luthor.
He hands him a foil and he's like, "Oh, a present. It's a foil.
Is
All
it?
great
No.
heroes should have one."
His exact words were, "Every hero needs a foil."
Yeah.
And for those of you keeping score at home, a foil in fiction is the opposite of a character. So in Superman, the comic books, Lex Luthor is Superman's foil because Superman saves the innocent and believes in good, and Lex Luthor uses the innocent to get what he wants.
He is the antagonist.
He's the So the line "every hero needs a foil" made me want to gouge my eyes out.
Yeah,
it was
it was terrible.
It was like saying
they forced it.
It was almost as bad as, "Here's a sword. My name is Lex Luthor, and you're gonna be Superman, and we're gonna be mortal enemies." It was as bad as doing that.
Mm-hmm. Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then like the limo driver comes out and it's the stepdad, but Clark doesn't know what the stepdad looks like
Yet.
and then
Convenient plot device.
anyway, gets back in the car, drives away, and then he's like with Chloe, and oh no, he's in the barn. Then Chloe comes and she's like, "Oh, I did some research on Ryan's stepdad, and you know what a guy, pretty well known for theft and everything." Shows a picture, like a mugshot, and Clark's like, "That's Lex's limo driver."
Your limo driver.
And then runs after
Lex's car.
because he knows he's going towards
What was
Metropolis.
the excuse there with Chloe? We didn't see it.
There was none.
Just left. Just gone. No excuse.
See ya, Chloe.
See ya, Chloe. Not taking you to prom. Bye.
Bye.
Wait, is prom at the end of high school?
Yeah.
I'm calling it now.
assuming.
Season 1 ends with the end of high school. Just calling it now. I don't know for sure. Hang on, prom was in episode 1.
I think
Wasn't
it's
it?
prom every year though.
What the fuck? Can anyone go to prom?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, so it's not like
I think you've got like junior prom, senior prom. So that was their junior prom. Maybe
'cause-
they're seniors now. Who knows?
Is it sort of? Because I was thinking it was like, because in Australia you have like a formal and like a semi-formal.
Yeah.
Only the people in that grade can go. Whereas is it maybe just that formal
I
is
think
like
it's-
prom is just like anyone can go?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Anyway,
Sorry, continue. I just was.
he runs after and like finds Lex thrown out of the car on the side of the road because the
not skinned.
stepdad and the
Yep.
stepdad and the mum like
They
were
got
there
his
with Ryan
trust
and
fund
yeah,
numbers?
yeah, and they got like the password and whatever. And
Yep.
then so yeah, they throw Lex out, go to some bowling alley, and then he's like, the stepdad's like, "Oh, what's the password?" And Ryan's like, "Oh, Julian, there's some backstory to do with
But Julian was
Lex's
Lex's kid brother who died.
Yeah. And so, yeah. And then, he types it in and he's like, "It's not the right password."
It's a bit, don't lie to me,
and
kid.
then the kid's like, "Oh, this kid's always creeped me out." And then the kid's like, "Oh, don't, you know, after he gets the money, he's going to kill you.
He's going to kill you to
then
the wife, yeah.
The wife's like, "Oh, well, he never lies." And then the dad's like, "Oh, you know what, you're right," and shoots the lady.
He just shoots her.
And then the kid just runs into the bowling alley, somehow gets far enough ahead of the guy.
Because he had to stop to kill the other guy.
Yeah, but he didn't really stop. He was like right in there. He just like went and like walked in.
Yeah, different sets though.
Grown man, long legs.
He had to move across the sets though. Like they're on different sides of the building, so different sound stages probably.
Anyway, yeah, this kid climbs like
He gets behind the pins
and just hides there.
just hides out.
Guy like just.
I mean, you were
shoots
really
the
just
pins.
struggling, aren't you? You're like, look, he shoots the pins. Do you want to help? Do you want to get you to the finish line? Because I know how it
Yeah.
ends. So the kid's he's running. He's backed into a corner. Bad guy with shotgun comes in. He's got a shotgun. Clark. No, kid isn't dead. Kid isn't dead. Don't. Are you doing a hose? Are you a fire hydrant?
That's a gun.
Okay, that's not how a gun sounds. So Clark speeds in and he's like, "Oh, there's an X-ray eyes. I see the guy with the gun and the kid."
I'm
and
gonna pick up a bowling ball and throw it.
he's not got time. Because he's not got time to super speed in. Because as we know, bowling balls thrown by super strength are faster than Clark Kent's. So he throws.
But also because we know that Clark Kent, he'd much rather throw a ball and kill a guy rather than like actually touch him with his bare hands.
And
Because he's never thrown a punch.
He's never thrown a punch. I've got issues. So he throws a bowling ball through a wall, kills a guy, hits him in the chest, kills him. Maybe, probably, definitely kills him. I mean, he should have like a cavitated ribcage.
That guy dead.
Saves kid. Kid. It's like, Clark, yeah, you're a savior. And then we're back at the farm. Real child services appear. Good guys. Nice. They find an aunt. Chloe finds an aunt, because Chloe's the fucking solution to everything.
She's
aunt
child
related
services.
to the kid. She is child services. Kid's like, I'm gonna miss you all, the Clark family, and then they're about to leave. He's about to go, and he hands Clark the comic books, and he goes, Clark Kent, you're my Superman. I don't need these comic books anymore.
And then they play that Superman song.
Then they play the Fight for Fighting song that these podcasts end with, and then he goes, and that's it. That's the story.
I'm more than a bird.
No, you go for it. Yeah. Fucking you come into my house.
I'm a
And
bird
Yeah, you come into my house and you shit on Fight for Fighting. I'm not a fan. Look, Steph, I wanted to hear your pitch about your episode version of this where
I'll clear my
Are you
throat
okay?
for this.
Where Ryan is Clark from the past. Because you seem pretty into it.
Have some theories.
Go for it. Shoot. You know what? You tell me a theory. I'll tell you if it's good or not.
So the kid gets hit by Mama Kent, right?
Correct.
Perfectly fine. He rolls up onto the car, then just falls off and rolls on the ground.
Yeah.
Anyone would be dead.
If anything, he's healthier.
Yeah, he's fine.
Yeah. If
Clark
anything,
Kent from the past.
he's fine. Clark got hit by a car in episode 1.
Yeah.
He was fine.
But not even
Not even a scratch.
Scratch.
Not even a blood.
Nothing.
Not even a bruise.
Nothing.
Fine. A-okay.
Him.
So here's what I'm thinking. It's Clark from the past. He's traveled forward in time. Why? That's what I'm asking. What's the situation?
Might not have meant to.
Oh, just by accident? He was just running too quick.
Yeah.
Is that how speed works?
He ran into the future.
If you go faster than speed of light, can you travel through time?
Props.
Sure. So,
No one's tried it.
No one can. No, it's not that no one's tried it.
Except for Clark. From the past.
You almost said future. From the past. Clark from the past. Baby boy Clark. Too fast. He's going into puberty. Can't control speed. Boom. Into the future.
Here he is.
He's in the future now. He's baby boy Clark. There's adult boy Clark.
But
That's how he knows what Mama and Papa Kent want. He can't read minds. He just knows.
also, that's why he can't read Clark's mind, because
they're
the
voice.
same person.
And if you, it's like that thing where you
That's it.
can't tell someone from the past what happens in the future because it's a paradox. Because
Yeah.
then they can change so he can't read his own mind because his own mind is his from the
they're the same.
past.
Can't read your
honestly,
own mind.
I'll be
That's called
honest.
thinking.
It's good thinking. Great one, Smallville. Nice. All I'm saying is it's actually a better episode than what we got.
Mm-hmm.
I had some issues this episode, not only with the fact that your pitches were better.
Yeah.
But so Lionel's back. Inexplicably.
For reasons we do not
It's just
whenever he appears, it's like, oh, we need some sort of plot progression.
They were like, Lex isn't moving
Lionel.
enough. Let's just bring Lionel back.
Yeah.
Sweet hair. But I want to talk about hair because you brought up a really good point.
Oh, yeah.
I'm giving you my sass finger for no reason. Lex has no hair on his head.
Yeah.
But he's got eyebrows.
He's got eyebrows.
What's that about, Steph?
Because when you think about it, if it was, an explosion, whatever, alopecia, generally, even if you have alopecia on your head,
Yes.
you still
it's everywhere.
don't have eyebrows
it's
or eyelashes.
Because it's everywhere.
It's everywhere.
Actually, there's a good Tim Minchin joke where he talks about his ideal wife in an alternate version of the universe because of mathematical possibility. The basic premise is that he's grateful for his wife because she exists instead of the a billion other possibilities that are better than her in alternate universes, right?
Yeah.
And one of the jokes that he makes is that his ideal wife would be like a stunt skier who has neck down alopecia, blah 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 blah. But the reason that I thought that was funny is I was like, Lex should be the opposite. He should be no hair from the neck up and then just the hairiest boy. I'm talking just real real hairy.
But
has to shave every day to keep it under control.
Thing is though, when he when that explosion happened that caused him to lose his hair
and he
go bald,
he got all not sick.
his
forever.
whole body
He should be hairless.
everywhere.
I mean,
but
hang on, he had red hair.
despite this, he has brown eyebrows.
He had red hair, brown eyebrows, red pubic hair, pubic hair at all? Don't know. Should he? He should have.
Is he even a real ginger? And doesn't have freckles.
Might have been wearing a wig the whole time.
Yeah.
And just shaves his head every day. That's the ruse, Steph. That's the real ruse.
Well,
because he often has 5 o'clock shadow on
he
his
does.
head.
He always does.
I mean,
When does he not?
Yeah.
Never. Unless
Eh.
he's wearing a bald cap, but he doesn't
Which
really
rarely
do that
happens
anymore.
unless they're doing reshoots or pickups.
I think they did that the first couple of episodes because, like, they probably weren't sure if the show was going to last. So it's like...
They were like, don't shave your hair, Michael Baum. I don't know what his real name is.
Rosenbaum.
I don't think that's right. I think it's Baum. I think you're fine. You were calling the Kents the Clark, so I don't think you got a leg to stand on here, Steph, right? I'll tell you that
I
much.
pronounce it wrong.
What? Kents and Clarks?
Yeah, it's not a pronunciation error. That's just my brain.
Yeah, you just got, like, you've got 10 p.m. brain. Look, I want to talk about Chloe for a second before we end.
Yeah.
They took Chloe from being this interesting character who I'm apparently madly in love with for some reason to
To someone who...
just a sexist stereotype who always wants to be a girly girl.
She's got a pink dress.
Prom with the clock and the pink
It's not
dress.
pink, is it?
Why would that be a problem?
But then...
You're in love with the girliest girl, Clark. Why would you...
But also it's like... On one hand, it's like, let Chloe be Chloe. She doesn't need to be a girly girl. But at the same time, even if she was, why is it a big
problem?
deal?
Let it go. Either way, let her be her. Don't make it a thing both ways. They made it a problem both ways now.
Yeah.
Where it's a problem if she's a punk rock girl, but it's also a problem if she's a girly girl.
Yeah.
Basically, they're just like, nah, get rid of women.
Also, just like to add, Pete was not in this episode. Hashtag get rid of Pete.
Hashtag get rid of Pete. I'm saying it now. Put it on the hashtag. Hashtag NASPod. Hashtag get rid of Pete.
Also, I don't think there were any new jackets.
No new jackets. Yeah, actually, they reused
They
jackets.
reused jackets.
We saw a jacket from episode 1, jacket from episode 2.
And a jacket from last episode.
Yes, you know what? I'm proud of them. They've really got their act together. Not much.
Recycling.
Yeah, recycling. Good for the environment. Good for the planet. Good for your wallet. Not much Lana this episode. I noticed.
No. Not really at all.
She was in one scene. Oh, hang on.
2 scenes.
Yeah. What? Was it this episode?
In the restaurant.
Oh no, I was thinking of last episode. Where,
And then
yeah,
the very last scene.
I got this episode confused with the last one where we were 90% sure that she had one shot. She had like one shot at the start of the episode where she wasn't in the rest of any of the takes, and she just walked on wearing her normal clothes and not really much makeup probably not.
And like really bad hair.
Really bad hair. Probably not even a bra. She just walked on, did the shoot, and then like left. And we were like, is that? What the fuck? But no, okay, you're right. She was in 2 scenes this episode, so that's probably she got her billing out of that. My hopes and dreams for the end of the season. Here's what I want. I want some Lex stuff to happen because he's been slowing down character development wise. He's staying in Smallville though.
Yeah,
which
actually.
is like some shit, you know.
Yeah, major part of the episode was Willie won't he go back to Metropolis? Of course, we all knew he wouldn't.
Because he's
got friends now.
He's on
but also no, it's mostly just because he wants to mess with his dad.
Also, Michael Baum's on the IMDb, so he's not going anywhere.
Rosenbaum.
I don't think that's true. Look.
Rose.
And we have no way of looking it up, so we just have to trust that.
We can look up an interview.
We can't.
After this, we're looking one up, and I'm gonna next episode.
Can we have a look at him with hair? See, can we?
Oh
God.
No, I don't want to look at him with hair.
I'm scared. All right, guys.
I just think he's always bald.
But his head is so weird. He's got that weird thing at the back.
Yeah, I know. I just don't want to think of him with hair. We've got to do it now.
We will look him up. You said though, you're like, what's that thing on the back of his head? Where did that come from? Like, it's just because he's acting so much. It's just an acting bulge.
Yeah.
Happens to all good actors, but they have hair. The bump. It's from acting so hard. Look. Yeah. I got nothing. I got nothing. We're at DCM.WORKS. You can hashtag NASPod. We're on the Facebook. We're on the Patreon. Patreon.com/DCMWorks. We're on
If you go to Hover, you can go to get a domain for $2.
Hover.com. You got it. This show is also
just doing your ads for you.
You know what? It's about time that you lifted some weight around here.
Hey.
Just kidding. Because you've been kicking shit over. So
I have. I've been kicking everything.
Look, it's fine. This is a creative space.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta flex your creativity. Hover.com, get a sweet $2 off a transfer or a purchase of a domain. Which if you've ever bought a domain, they're pretty cheap. They're like $7, so it's a lot off. Really easy to use. If I can use their website, anyone can. I'm a fucking idiot. So get amongst it. Use our referral code. Get a sweet $2 off. Help out the show. Even better. Get your website. Cool. Help out the show. It's a double. I was going to say win-win, and then I said double, and I don't know.
Double win-win.
It's a double win-win.
Win-win-win.
It's a win-win-win-win-win. And if you want to get
Win-win squared.
It's a win-win squared. I'm a DCM. I hate pie.
I am Stephanie JD95.
You've got to say at before it, though. It's like the ritual, because like podcasts are about rituals.
Hey, I'm sure they get it.
They got it. It's in the show notes. Everything's in the show notes.
Woohoo!
Wherever you watch it, if you like it. If you don't, give us a rating. Actually, if you don't like it, probably don't give us a rating.
Please don't. That'd suck.
Well, then maybe do. I don't know. You know what? Live your life. Don't let me stop you.
Write something mean when you like give the rating, but give us 5 stars.
Give us 5 stars. Tell us we're garbage. Give us 5 stars. And hashtag get rid of Pete.
Hashtag
get rid of Pete.
Get rid of Peter.
Peter. Don't add the R though. That'll get. We don't want 2 hashtags. You know what I mean?
True.
You know what, guys? We'll see you next week. We're gonna go look up pictures of Michael Bowen with hair.
See ya.
I know it's Rosenbaum, by the way.
Thanks for listening. If you want to support the show, just head to patreon.com/DCM.WORKS.